many times and start thinking that you're going to hit again. That's what he must be thinking here.
Now, I don't like this play. Win or lose this pot, you know, I just don't think you should gamble that much for $725,000 with 4 high when it's unnecessary when you get the big chip lead.
Well, we will see. Will the boxer get lucky and take down a title? Here comes the flop.
Well, it's come King 7-5. So far, so good for Sean. Now, this flop does give Leron a gut shot straight throw. A 6 would win it for him. A 4-3 would give him the lead.
Turn card is an ace. No luck for Leron. Sean's still out in front.
Well, it gives him 4 more outs, as we say, and a deuce will now give him a straight as well. So Leron Washington needs to catch a deuce, a 3, a 4, or a 6, any other card, and Sean Urban will double up. Ace of spade comes off. So Sean Urban is going to double up on deal number 1. Well, Vince, Leron has so many chips, he just opted to gamble again. Riding the wave of success that he's had so far at this final table. Hoping he could get lucky one more time and just stop this tournament and take the title now. Didn't happen. Sean Urban doubles up.
Yeah, no suck out there. Sometimes you're running so well. You think you're invincible. Just want to get it over with. But right now, he's doubled up a tough customer. If you go back to Brigada in this season, Olivier Bousquet came back from a 19-1 deficit to take home a WPT title. So it can happen, Mike.
No, you're right. Yes, you can come back. Back to the action.
Sean Urban with a 7-3.
He's just folding, just giving it up right here. A walk, as we say.
So a little momentum going to Sean. Got to be enjoying this comeback. Blinds of 60 and 120,000. 8.6 versus 1.6. Leron has the button. The boxer, the 34-year-old out of Huntington, West Virginia, looking good here right now. He's got a queen 7 in this hand. Yep, he's just going to call it.
Well, he limps in on the button.
And Sean with a queen check.
Check.
Surprisingly, is not going to go over the top, calling as well.
Well, he's got him dominated. It's queen jack versus queen 7. Here comes the flop. Oh, it's come queen 10-5.
This could get interesting.
Both players have flopped top pair.
They both quickly check, Mike. Here comes the turn card, just like that, at 3 of diamonds, helping neither player. Sean out in front with the kicker.
Well, again, Sean's going to check.
350.
Oh, he's going to try to trap, and Leron is going to fall into it. He's betting 350,000.
On.
Quickly, Sean says, I'm all in here.
And Leron quickly calling as well.
Well, so here we go. The only way Leron can win this pot is for a 7 to come up on the river. And Vince, when you're playing poker and your opponent only has 1 number he can catch to beat you at the river, you can't get your money in much better than that. Sean Urban could double up yet again. Let's see if he does.
Yeah, the legs get a little wobbly here for the boxer. Here comes the river card. It's a 6, so Leron not going to catch there. Wow. Sean taking home another pot.
Vince, he has got to be feeling like he's got a real shot to win this thing now, even though he's still behind the chip count. But when you go double up, you got to be feeling good.
2 players remain. Big comeback in place. We're coming back with more on the World Poker Tour. Stay with us.
We both had a coin. Cooler. Yeah, it's time to play poker now.
Welcome back to the WPT. When this heads-up battle started, Leron Washington was the heavyweight with a chip lead, but Sean Urban, well, he won't be counted out before his time. He is definitely a scrapper, and he's fighting back. So let's go take a look at the action.
Yeah, he's 31 years old, out of Seattle, Washington. Sean Urban with a huge comeback here tonight, Mike.
Yeah, former naval officer, physics major from Ole Miss, up against the boxer from Marshall University in Leron, Washington. And right now the boxer a little bit nervous. He started this heads-up battle with about a 10-1 chip advantage. Now he's down to a 2-1 chip advantage.
All right, Sean this time with a queen deuce of hearts, just calling. But Leron with a king 10 off suit. Not going to pump it, though.
Well, you see, he's going to slow down a little bit here, Vince, and try to get his bearings back, as they say, in the boxing world. Flop comes 9-7-5 with 2 hearts.
Oh, boy, a 4 flush for Sean Urban.
Check.
And both men check.
10 of hearts comes on the turn.
And it's a heart flush there for Sean Urban.
Well, Leron's got top pair and checks again. Sean's going to bet 200,000 here. And Leron is going to call and bench whatever chips he puts in now. You just say goodbye to. No card he can catch to win the pot.
Going to the river.
Oh, and now another 10 comes off. This could really spell doom for the boxer, as he's now got 3 10s. But he checked them, Vince.
Can't believe that.
Did not bet the 3 10s.
And Sean, with his flush.
Gotta feel like the flush is the best hand. Question is, how much value can you get out of it? Well, he's going to bet 400,000 here.
Call. And a quick call by Leron.
Well, incredibly, Leron lost that pot, Vince, but he never raised once and never bet once in that whole hand.
Tell you something, that was his best play all night. Just to lose the minimum there, very impressive.
Well, great restraint by Leron Washington right there. He made 3 10s on the river.
Yeah.
Up against a flush.
Amazing.
Lost the minimum there.
Yes, he did.
With that hand.
Saved a ton of money. But momentum is going to Sean Urban now.
Well, indeed it is. He's climbing that ladder, Vince. What a comeback this would be. Vince, both of these players won their way into this tournament. Sean won an event at Bellagio to win his seat here.
All right, let's take a look at Sean's cards here. He's got a 10-4.
500.
But he's going to get aggressive with that junk. Makes it 500,000 to go.
Leron Washington looking down at 2 5s here. Defeated 2,400 online players to get this seat.
Call. Well, we got a good one here, Mike.
Well, that's very surprised. Leron wouldn't have just made a move right there.
We're going to see the first 3. Here it is. Well, the flop is a King-Jack 9, giving an inside straight draw to Sean. Leron's going to check his 5s.
It's a horrible flop for Leron. But what a bet here Sean is making. He's going to bet 800,000 here with just a gut shot straight draw.
Leron quickly ejecting, and that is a strong play by Sean Urban, taking down that pot with a nice bet. Well, that's a lot of guts by Sean Urban, who's taking that momentum and really making it work for him. Boldly stepping out of the comfort zone, taking down a big one. And with that last pot, the antes are going up to 25,000. Blinds 100 and 200,000. Action on Leron Washington. He's got an 8-5 this time. He's going to call it.
And Vince, we know Leron's a boxer, but right now, every round of this heads-up battle has gone to Sean Urban.
8 more.
And Sean, with ace-7, has gone back over the top, making it $1 million to go.
Well, that's the smart play with ace-high. Figures to be the best hand when your opponent limps in on the button. Unless he's trapping you, it is going to be the best hand. Leron folds his hand, and with that pot, Vince, believe it or not, Sean Urban is now the chip leader in this heads-up battle.
So Sean Urban trying to become an urban legend. He is coming back in a big way. We're coming back too. Stay with us on the World Poker Tour.
Tonight's World Poker Tour brought to you by FullTiltPoker.net.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. Here we go. Heads-up action. Almost a dead heat here.
You're right, Vince. It's virtually a dead heat. Actually, Sean Urban with a slight lead. He has won every round so far this heads-up battle.
The Navy man up against the boxer, slugging it out. Back down to the felt we go. Action on the boxer, Leron Washington.
Oh, picks up a nice hand in heads-up poker here, the king, queen of diamonds. But just going to limp in and call on the button.
And Sean Urban with a queen 5 of spades. Nothing fancy. We're going to see a flop. Here's the first 3 cards.
Oh, flop comes king, jack 10.
Oh, buckle up. Sean with a 4 flush. He has checked it.
He's also got an open-end straight draw, but Leron has top pair with an open-end straight draw. And he comes out firing 500,000. Vince, we could see a lot of fireworks.
More.
There's the first raise by Sean Urban to 1.3 million.
He's saying, I'm open-ended. I got a flush draw. I'm going to be out of this. Little does he know, though, Leron has a huge hand as well.
Well, Vince, in my view, many players would just ship it right here with Leron's hand. Now, maybe if he puts his opponent on a spade draw, he might want to take one off to see if a spade comes off and then move all in. Leron is making the call, so a monster pot developing here. So over 3 million in the pot. Comes the turn card. Jack of clubs.
Here's the board. What a scare card for both players. this, they both slow down. They both check.
Deuce of hearts comes off. That no apparent help to either player.
Sean didn't hit the flush. Nothing on the river for him.
I'm all in.
But look at this, man. Sean Urban is moving all in. He's betting $3.7 million on a bluff.
Absolutely nothing. What guts to make this bet really be successful?
He's got Leron covered. Not by much, but by enough to bust Leron out of this tournament if he would make this call and lose this pot.
And Leron, the boxer, getting up from his seat. And by the way, I've never seen a player that gets up from his seat get away from the hand. They usually call. But we will see. It is a very tough call to make.
It sure is. That might look like a pretty good hand with two kings, but when your opponent check raised you on the flop and now moves all in for your tournament life, it is tough to call with just kings here.
This would be the call of the tournament. Practically breaks Sean Urban.
I'll call.
He's going to do it. He's made the call.
And Vince, just like that, it's like he's lost the first 9 rounds of this heads-up battle. Then in round 10, bam, he's knocked him out to a 9.5 count. What a tough call that was to make. Just two kings there. Now, it may seem like a big hand heads up, but when you got check raised on the flop with that hand, and now your opponent moves in on the river, whew, I'm telling you, folks, that is not an easy call to make.
Sean had the guts to make that kind of bet. Almost got his man out.
Oh. Well, Sean showed a lot of heart there to make that bluff. But Leron showed just as much or more heart by making the call.
Oh, what a brilliant call. He has done it. He has come back in a big way.
Well, Vince, that was it. It was his tournament life. Everything on the line. And he's got to make that call with two kings there. And he did it.
And now Leron Washington, who put $20 at Club WPT to win his seat here, is now just one hand away from a WPT title. We will see. The card's being dealt.
Well, as you can see, Sean Urban doesn't even have enough for the blind, Vince. So, incredibly, Leron has more chips in the big blind than his opponent has.
They turn up the cards. Sean with a 9-6. He's actually out in front of Leron, who just has a junky 3-2.
Well, it's the worst starting hand you can have, and heads up hold'em is a 3-deuce offsuit. That's what Leron's got. Right now, Sean out in front with the 9-6. He's up against a 3-high. There comes a flop. Oh, it's 7-5-3.
Leron out in front with the 3s.
Well, Sean Urban has got a two-way straight draw. An 8 would give him a straight, a 4 would give him a straight, a 6 or a 9 would give him the lead. Here comes a turn card.
Queen of clubs. Oh, that gives Sean a club flush draw, too.
Wow.
Red ace.
So he's looking for a 4, an 8, a 6, a 9, or a
Otherwise,
club.
this is over.
A 7 comes off. There it is. Leron Washington has done it. Vince, he has fought his way back like a true champion to take down this title. And believe me, he was put to the test to do it.
The boxer gives the knockout blow. He's our champion. To the absolute delight of his wife, Marchand. A big hug and a kiss.
Decisions.
I only got one gear left.
So the boxer, Leron Washington, puts in the final blow. He's our champion.
Well, Vince, what a performance. He outdueled 2,400 people online to get a seat in this tournament and then beat 566 to take this title. You got to take your hat off to our champion, Leron Washington. For Vince Van Patten, Kara Scott, and everyone at the World Poker Tour, I'm Mike Sexton saying thanks for watching. And until next time, may all your cards be live and your pots be monsters. I don't understand what this is for here.